Once upon a time, there were two brothers, Ikemdili and Uzo. Ikemdili is the eldest and he is a wealthy farmer, while his brother just does enough to sustain himself and sells the rest for money. Soon, Ikemdili finds a wife, Ngozi, and they gave birth to a boy and a girl, Adora and Obi. Adora was so pretty like her mother. Anywhere they would go, people would admire Adora's beauty, and this made her mother Ngozi so happy and proud. She liked that her daughter had the attention of almost everyone in the village. Adora was like a princess in their village. Few years later, Uzo married a wife, Chinaza, and they gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, and she was called a rare beauty. She has long black hair, beautiful blue eyes, and a beautiful skin complexion. Chinaza was not surprised because her grandmother was like this, and now she has transferred the genes to her daughter. Now all the attention and admiration for Adora has been transferred to Olaedo. And Adora did not mind, but her mother Ngozi was not happy about this. She felt jealous of Olaedo's beauty and wished she could transfer it to her daughter. She wants her daughter to be the first in everything in the village, and now Olaedo has stolen her crown. Olaedo and Adora were so close that they considered themselves best friends. Ngozi would sometimes prevent Adora from being friends with Olaedo, but Adora did not agree with her mother. Olaedo is not only beautiful but has a nice singing voice and can dance too. She has her own dancing group with Adora being second in command. They sometimes go to perform in occasions for money, but Ngozi wants her daughter to be the leader of the group. Adora knows how to make beautiful dresses, but her mother never appreciates her effort. She only wants her to be perfect in the things that Olaedo does. This continued until Olaedo was 18, and now was a perfect time for Ngozi to hatch her evil plans. She went to a witch and collected a charm that would turn Olaedo old and wrinkly forever, and nobody would love or admire her anymore. She was told where she would put the charm, but she wasn't told what will happen if the charm wears off due to one thing or the other. She did not care because she knew no one would want to love an old, wrinkly woman. On her way back, she bought two beautiful materials and gave them to Adora to make dresses for herself and Oledo. When Adora was done making the dresses, she informed her mother. At night, when everyone had gone to bed, she went out to where Adora had put Oledo's clothes that were tied in a bag. She then put the jam all over the clothes. Then she smiled wickedly and went to sleep. Adora took the clothes to Oledo's house, and due to excitement, Oledo immediately wore the clothes and promised to thank Ngozi for her beautiful gift. Soon, Adora left for her home and Oledo went to bed, only to wake up the next day. Her skin was wrinkly as that of a 90-year-old woman. She screamed and called on her parents. When they saw their daughter, they were speechless. Then Chinaza asked, "What happened to you, my child?" Oledo could not say anything. She was just crying. Uzo sent for his brother, and they took Oledo to different healing places, but none could do anything. other than take their money and give her horrible medicines to take. Whenever Oledo would go out, people would gossip about her, and some even said her mother went to a river goddess to get a child. That explains why her beauty is rare. Oledo could no longer take the pains. One morning, she packed few of her things and the money she had saved up from her performances and left for another village. When her parents found out what she had done, they were sad, but Ngozi was overjoyed. Oledo looked for a small hut to stay and started living her life as an old woman. Nobody knew her there, so no one would judge her. Chima and Chigozie are brothers who help the less privileged and old people around the village to do some chores in their free time, like fetch firewood, water, and will sometimes bring foodstuffs to them. One evening, both brothers were doing what they normally do when they noticed someone new had joined their village. Chima went to her, and the first thing he saw was her beautiful blue eyes, and he immediately felt strange. Her eyes were beautiful and bright. They don't match her appearance. He introduced himself and asked if she would be staying there. She introduced herself and answered his question. He gave her some firewood and fetched her some water. Chima finds himself spending time with Olido, and surprisingly, he enjoyed every bit of it. One day, he asked her, "Where is your husband and children?" She replied, "I have never been married." "But why did you not marry? Who would take care of you and help you with your needs?" Oledo became quiet. She always wanted to get married and have her own family. But now, none of that is possible. Chima thought he had touched a sensitive topic, so he stopped with the questions. Chima would come with fruits and some food items, and one time when he traveled, he bought her a beautiful bead necklace. With all the affection he showed towards her, she was beginning to like him. Her body might be old and wrinkly, but her heart is young, and she found herself wanting his care. If only I was still young and beautiful, maybe he would have liked me, but now any affection he shows towards me is out of pity for an old lonely woman like me. Chima finds it weird that he is drawn to Oledo, the old woman. How can I like a woman older than my mother? This is wrong. And then he started avoiding her. He stopped going to her house to do chores for her. Instead, he sent his brother, Chigozie. Soon enough, Chigozie became close to Oledo. They would talk and laugh about anything. And whenever Chima would see them happy, he felt jealous that his brother is doing the things he does for Oledo. His brother noticed his mood change, but when he asked him, he refused to say anything. Then he begins to think of their conversation. She does not talk like an old woman, and she does not want to talk of her past or what had happened to her. And she doesn't want him to call her mama, which most old women would prefer. Avoiding Oledo is difficult for him. Whenever he closes his eyes to sleep, it's her beautiful blue eyes he sees. The next morning, he went to Oledo's house and approached her. He asked her, "Is there something you are not telling me, Oledo? Please talk to me. I don't know what is going on with me. I don't know what you are talking about." Oledo stuttered. "I know you are hiding something from me. I can sense it." Then Oledo broke down in tears. and told him everything that has happened. As she finished talking, Chima hugged her and told her that he loves her, and she said that she loves him too. They were both happy. Chima went home and Oledo went to bed. When she woke up, it was like magic. She was her real self again. She could not believe her eyes. When Chima came to see her, he was lost of words at the beauty standing in front of him. He could not have recognized her if it wasn't for her eye color. "You are so beautiful," he said, and kissed her, and she kissed him back. Chima broke the kiss, and Oledo was still flushed from their kiss. "I love you, Oledo." Oledo looked at him shyly and hugged him. Then she said, "Thank you for being here for me." Then she told him that she wants to visit her parents and she would like him to go with her, to which he agreed. Back in Ikemdele's house, Ngozi woke up old and wrinkly that her husband could not believe his eyes. This was the same thing that happened to Oledo. Immediately, he sent for his brother, and surprisingly, Olaedo had returned and she was normal. Then he asked his wife, "Ngozi, what did you do? What was going on?" Ngozi confessed to her evil deeds, and from there she ran mad. Olaedo's parents were so happy that their daughter is well again. Everyone was sad for what Ngozi had done and the calamity that had befallen her. The morals of this story is: 1. What you sow is what you will reap. 2. Never let jealousy consume you. The consequences might be fatal. 3. Everyone is beautiful in their own unique way. Thank you for watching, and please like, share and comment on our videos. See you in our next one. Bye.